Hi, my name's Master 101.
0
And today we're playing pumpKING, apparently. I don't know what this is about. Apparently it's supposed to be hard or something. I don't know. It's cute, though.
Yeah.
Also, happy Halloween, even though it's totally not Halloween.
Happy Pride Month. It's 2 days after Dinosaur Day.
Ooh, Dinosaur Day. Fun.
Yeah, I posted a video for Dinosaur Day.
Yeah. Go watch that. Why are you watching this video? Our random facts suck. Like, the only thing that's keeping our channel together is Chris and his dino facts. Like, what the fuck's wrong with all of you?
We mostly make these videos so that we spend a couple hours talking to each other per week so we don't slowly grow apart
Yeah.
like all our other friendships have.
Yeah. It's kind of sad, actually. Like, there's no way around it.
Yeah.
Anyway, MILFs. Are they, what's for, go to commercial!
A surgeon implanted human teeth into coxcombs to study transplantation in the 1700s.
I don't think that's how that works.
Beyonce's clothing line, made to support and inspire women, was made by women in sweatshops earning less than $6 per day.
Yep. Do you think
Sorry, continue.
No, I was just gonna quote fucking,
Mark Zuckerberg.
No, not Mark Zuckerberg. I was gonna quote the Eric Andre show. Do you think Margaret Thatcher used
Was a girl boss?
girl? Do you think Margaret Thatcher used her girl power in subjugating Ireland during her reign of terror?
Yeah.
Anyway, that's my random fact. Margaret Thatcher, her dumbass little statue that's getting built in England is being built so you can't vandalize it.
I bet I can piss 11 feet.
Yeah, like to my
It's like
reply,
a wall 10 feet away from it. Yeah, it's
yeah.
like, I bet I can piss 11 feet.
If you are Irish, you are what's the word? It is your birthright to hate both the British and Margaret Thatcher.
Pretty sure it's everybody's birthright to hate Margaret Thatcher, but the Irish get to piss on her grave extra hard.
Yes.
In 2010, the Lexus SC430 was the last car to come with a cassette deck in the United States.
Interesting.
The graphic design of the Swiss 2 franc coin has not been implemented for 148 years. Other than the date stamp, the 2022 coins look identical to the 1874 coins. The Canadian hero Isaac Brock defeated American forces by using scam tactics, such as having his forces wear cast-off uniforms to make the Americans believe they were the feared British redcoats.
That's silly.
Pantone created a shade of red in 2020 called Period to help break the menstruation taboo.
Oh, okay, so that was done on purpose.
Yeah. In an Indian jeweled throne named the Peacock Throne cost twice as much as the Taj Mahal.
Huh.
In 1982 harvesting, Tibetan monks can raise their body temperature with their minds. Practitioners of Jitumo Yoga demonstrated the ability to raise their body temperature of different parts of their bodies through meditation alone.
Interesting.
In Japan, if a train is late, every passenger on board can be given a ticket saying that you can give it to your employer or university to prove that your tardiness wasn't your fault.
Oh, that's neat.
You could use the Samus Aran amiibo to enter the metro because it was a Metroid amiibo, and that was the digital ID on the amiibo was Metroid.
I wait,
Metro ID.
like this is like not like a mistake, air quote, but like so you can use the Metroid, you can use the Samus
Metroid.
amiibo
Yeah, amiibo.
because
As a
Metro,
metro to open metro gates lets you on trains.
like in Japan or also in
It was in Russia.
in Russia. Okay.
Yeah, it was. People were like, it can't be. It
I
can't be that simple, can Metro ID.
I don't know. Nothing against Russia because we know somebody from Russia and he's cool. Sometimes the batshittery of things that happen in Russia, that it's like, yeah, I can't believe that this happened here. It's pretty believable. Like, Russia is the Florida of countries. Does that make sense?
Kinda. Although he also argued the United Florida of country. Liechtenstein granted women the right to vote in national elections in 1984 through a male-only referendum, which passed with just 51.1% of the votes in favor and 48.9% opposed.
That's not good. Fuck. Shit.
It's also been proven scientifically that grades do not grades do not help you with your performance or learning the subject. In fact, it actually makes people less likely to learn the material if they're
Oh, yeah.
being graded for it.
Yeah, no, most certainly. Like, I will admit. So back in like second grade, I will admit this. I actively tried to cheat on my spelling tests in second grade, and my second grade teacher would catch me every time and be like, but he was cool, and he's like, hey, look, I don't want you doing this anymore. And I'm like, yeah, okay, totally. And then I would just go back to like cheating again, and he never called my parents out on it. I like called my parents, is like, hey, your son's cheating on my like spelling test, can you like talk to him or something?
I remember repeatedly getting in trouble because I and my other people around me in elementary school would just share our answers with each other
Mm-hmm.
and like talk about stuff as a group, and then the professor or not the professor, like the teachers would consistently get angry at us and like keep us for recess or after class. And it's like, I don't think anyone's going to fucking care in the long run that we helped Susie learn what 6 plus 4 is.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
Like what's the
this is literally how, like, if you study like stuff like parrots or corvids or elephants or other apes, that's how they fucking learn, is they share information with each other.
well, here's why standardized testing really did fuck up the world of like school and shit, because in like in public school, you are not being taught to learn something, you are being taught to
Doing
retain.
total obedience.
I no I, this was a no this was a jab at what's it called, fucking standardized testing.
Oh,
Yeah, like you're not being taught. Ah, thank God. You're not being taught actual things. You're just being taught how to regurgitate information onto a thing.
Yeah, you're also being taught obedience. Like the basically the biggest the reason homework exists is largely to normalize the idea that you are never able to be free of your labor, or like your work, even within the bounds of your own home.
Ew, that's gross.
Wind turbines have been recently inspired by the bumps on humpback whales' flippers. These bumps allow a smaller number of blades and a smaller, more energy efficient motor to move the same amount of air as a larger turbine.
Interesting.
Xanadu is the alternative name for the Sheng, the summer capital of Kublai Khan and the Yuan dynasty in general.
Hmm.
The name Xanadu is the meaning of metaphor for a place of opulence that was popularized by Samuel Taylor Coleridge in his poem about Kublai Khan.
Xanadu.
The Great Migration was a time period where Detroit's population increased 2,000% in just 19 years, from 1910 to 1929.
Ew, why would you want to go to Detroit?
Well, it was booming back then.
I mean, still.
Mike Tyson's brother is a brain surgeon.
Interesting.
In the 1960s, Lady Bird Johnson persuaded her husband to steer a bill through Congress that was entitled the Beautification Act of America. As a result of this law, the insulators, arresters, and transformers of electric poles were painted a sky blue or gray.
And
Okay.
nothing bad happened because of it?
Nope.
Huh, I was like expecting like a butt afterwards. Like they were painted blue, but it was painted with a Pantone Sky Blue 52, which was known to give you blow your dick off disease.
Okay then.
Fuck
Anyway,
up.
anyway, uh, dromedary camels are a completely domesticated species, having gone extinct in the wild over 2,000 years ago. Any that live outside of captivity, such as those in Australia, are merely feral camels.
They're feral camels and they fuck.
Well, yeah, most things fuck.
Okay, but what about things that don't fuck? Where are they? I'm kidding.
Those are called creatures that reproduce through asexual reproduction.
Oh.
During the U.S. invasion of Grenada in 1983, soldiers had to rely on tourist maps with grid lines hand drawn on them, and used copies of The Economist magazine for intelligence, as the invasion was ordered on such a short notice.
This doesn't seem like a very like what? Why were they invading? What was the point?
It was like there was a hostage thing going on.
Oh, okay, gotcha. So send in the whole army to take care of a hostage. Oh wait, no, was oh wait, hang on.
Anyway, I don't
I
value
don't
this situation right now.
I don't know my history very well. Shut up.
We are currently living in the apocalypse. The world and state as it's been for all of human history is ending. Climate change caused directly by human pollution has gotten well past the point that we can stop it. The notion that we as individuals are somehow responsible for the current global situation because we didn't recycle our plastic bottles, or we ate inorganic tomatoes, or we take the occasional long shower is complete and utter bull excrement. And it's propaganda that's been perpetuated by the 100 corporations that produce over 70% of the world's pollution.
Oh yeah, most certainly. You know the biggest piece of propaganda that's going on right now involving that?
What?
Okay, so there is currently a commercial
Ow.
for Beyond Meat hamburgers. um, by I can't remember which guy it was. Kevin Hart, and somebody else. Where it's
Right.
a cookout, and the guy's like, "Hey, why are we doing like plant burgers for our cookout? What about tradition?" And Kevin Hart's like, "Tradition is good, but sometimes we have to change for the sake of the environment," and like starts listing off like a bunch of like environmental shit. And it's like, you damn well, I damn well know that me changing over to a fucking veggie burger is not gonna save the world. You fucks.
Yeah, and it's like, yeah, cattle. So there is something like because I've taken courses on this. There's something to say about how much methane is produced from cattle, and cattle are very not energy efficient.
Hmm.
There are better alternatives, such as chicken or even pork, or especially fish. Fish is pretty efficient. Well, it depends on the fish. Like, obviously, your bigger predatory fish that have to eat smaller fish aren't as efficient as fish that don't have to eat others. You know what I'm saying? Anyway,
Yeah.
so generally, those are better for the environment. But there is something to be said about how cattle that are free range tend to produce less methane than cattle that are on lots. And I actually wanted to like look into it, and if I ever
It's a
got the chance,
it's a corn thing because like a lot of
it's because of the feed they're being fed.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, a lot of the feed
Well,
that
the
they use.
feed, the combined confined space stresses them out, which causes them to have digestive issues, which causes them to have more methane produced than a lot of the hormones they're given. Also causes stuff. Also, having that many large herbivores concentrated in such a small area without hardly plant life kind of just makes a toxic waste zone in the
Yeah,
soil beneath the farm.
just a place where shit farts.
Yeah,
Quite literally.
yeah. So it's I thought it'd be interesting to run because they've been because not my current professor, but my previous professor when I was doing animal nutrition sciences, she worked a lot with cattle.
Uh-huh.
And she was talking about how she ran these studies on like, okay, confined pens like feedlots versus feeding animals in more like open grasslands. And then I thought it was interesting, and I looked up historically because all cattle, with the exception of like African zebu and Indian zebu,
Mm-hmm.
are descendant of the aurochs, the Eurasian aurochs, which was an ancient species of cow that's now extinct. Although the ones we domesticated became our regular cows. There was a specifically Asiatic aurochs, we believe, that may have given rise to zebu.
Hmm.
Anyway, zebras are the ones with the humps on their shoulders. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I've seen them at the zoo.
All right. So anyway, um, I was looking at like aurochs historically, and aurochs historically lived in forest mosaic environments where they weren't just grassland animals. They lived also in forests, where you see like a mix of forest and grassland. And that caused me to start thinking of, I wonder how that diet would affect how much methane or like the health and nutrition of modern cattle. Because because a lot of the time, like when we think of cattle, we think in pasture, living in grasslands.
Uh-huh.
But if historically, from the, like reports of people, because the aurochs didn't go extinct to like the 1500s, and in fact, the last holdouts of the aurochs were in a forest, and I believe Poland. I'll look it up real fast. When did the aurochs go extinct? When did the aurochs go extinct? Oh, I was wrong. They went extinct in a forest in 1627.
Honestly, I was half expecting you to be like, "Oh, I was wrong. The aurochs haven't gone extinct."
Well, they've tried to bring them back several times. Um, Most notably were the het cattle bred by the Nazis. Uh,
Mm.
they did back breeding to try to bring back the traits of the aurochs. Uh,
Oh, thank God.
okay, so there was a species of aurochs called the Indian aurochs that was domesticated to become zebus.
Oh. Zebu warrior princess.
What?
Oh, you don't know about Xena warrior princess, do
Oh,
you?
that's right. Okay, never mind. The last aurochs to go extinct was in Poland. Yeah, okay. That's right. But yeah, that's I thought about like, hey, how would that work? Like, if you raised them in a more of forest mosaic environment.
How would it work? I mean, you just explained it, so.
It lived in the marshy woodland Poland's Jacaro Forest.
Well, that was easy. I hope nothing comes out of nowhere and punches me in the face.
How long have we been recording?
22 minutes. I think I'm almost done with this game. Oh, that's an angry pumpkin!
Angry Pumpkin! Angry Pumpkin!
Hang on, let me. Oh, I don't think I'm gonna be able to beat this guy.
The jar and the janty. The draw and the janties.
The draw and the dranties.
The draw and the janties. But yeah, how's that game go?
I think I'm. Oh god, there's a mini pissed off pump guy.
So yeah, companies keep filling the world with poison and telling us it's our fault for breathing it in.
Yeah, pass it on.
We are currently experiencing the third in our planet's history. And there's a staggering high chance that they extinct by the end of the century.
Hey, but don't worry, I beat a fun little game about a pumpkin that was jumping around.
Bye,
Yeah,
guys. Well, somebody
I'm the true pumpkin.
Happy
Woo!
Pride Month.
Happy Pumpkin Month. Wait, hey, I don't know what that meant.
Happy Fumpkin.